So this is the continuation of the dress that we're sewing. All right, so I've cut out the pocket. The wideness is 7.5 inches and the deepness is 8 inches. So I just cut out the fabric. I cut it on a cardboard paper, a thick paper. You can cut it on carton paper. And as you can see, I cut it and I can use it to produce as many pockets as I want. You can see how I'm doing it. I'm just going to, this is going to help me produce a very neat pocket. So you are going to cut a fabric wider than the pocket that you've cut on paper. So you just fold each end to the shape of the thick paper that you've cut. So you need a thick paper. You can use an attachment paper, that thick paper that comes along with attachment. You can use it. So you just keep on folding each edge to meet the shape of the pattern that we've cut on cardboard. So you keep on ironing. So we're going to fold the bottom. You can see how I'm folding it. And give it a good press. So this method make it easier and make your pockets neat. So you press it hard and you fold the upper part also to meet the shape of your pattern. So we're going to fold that part and we're going to fold this part 2 times because we are going to sew it later on. So we'll fold this part twice, then we are going to give it a good press. So I'll show you when I'm through ironing it. You can see I'm through with the pocket. I've given it a good press. You can see how beautiful it looks like, and it has taken the shape of the pocket already. So we'll just go ahead and remove the cardboard paper inside. Just go ahead and remove the cardboard paper inside. So you remove it gently so that the pattern, you don't distort the pattern. So I'll just go to my sewing machine and I'm going to sew the upper part of the pocket. You can see that it's very beautiful, very beautiful. You can, after removing the pattern, you can also iron again so that when you place it on your fabric, it will be easier and more beautiful. So I have sewed the upper part. So this is the cover, the flap that covered the pocket. So I just cut out 3 inches fabric. I doubled it and I added a gum stay, and also I just sew at each of the edge, just leaving an opening at one side. So I've turned it and that will be the cover of the pocket. So I'll just go to my table and press it with my iron so that it will be neat. You can see I've ironed it and it's neat. So if, for example, this is your fabric, you just place it on top and you place it close to the pocket and just so straight and it covers your pocket. So you can do any desired length of your choice, but I decided to use 3 because 3 is just good on it. You don't need a bigger cover. So we are going to cut the interfacing, what we use to turn the neck of our gown. So you just fold the fabric like I folded, and you cut all through. Like I told you, I'm using the same size depth for back and front. So I'll just go and cut up the interfacing for my back and front um, dress. I've cut out the interfacing. You can see that it's 2. So I will place it right side facing right side. I'll go to my sewing machine and I will sew round, and as well notch the neck round, so to enable the neck of the dress to turn out well. So you just have to notch the neck after sewing. So you can see that I have turn it with my interfacing, and I've given it a good press. So I'm just going to press the fabric, that's the front fabric, front part of my dress. I'm going to fold it into two, and I'll press it so that the impression the iron gives to my dress, it will help me when sewing the pocket and that straight strips on my on my front bodies. So you have to give it a good press so that the impression will be there to ease your work. So, and for the pocket, we are just going to, for us to put that strip, we just have to measure 2 inches from the pocket, and the pocket have to be at the middle of the this strips. So you can see that I have to sew you have to sew the strips first before placing the pocket on top of it. So we're going to go to my sewing machine and also sew straight. You can use a hemstay to hold it, or you can as well use pin. So to determine where our pocket will start from, you have to measure 18 inches. So it starts from 18 inches. Shouldn't go down from 18 inches. Once it goes down from 18 inches, the pocket will just be just too low. If you carried it up more than 18 inches, it will be too high. So you leave it at 18 inches. So we are going to place our pocket in 18 inches. So we're just going to sew down. Like I told you, if you do not have hemming gum, you can use a pin to pin it, to pin that strips first. After pinning it, you're going to sew it down. Then before you sew the pocket on top also, you can also use pin to hold the pocket. You can see that I've sewed my Ankara and the strips on top of the front dress, okay, part of the dress. So I also sew the flap, like I told you, the cover of the pocket. I've sewn it on it also. So the next thing we're going to do is to place the back bodies on top of it. Place the back bodies on top of it. So we are going to sew it interfacing, facing, interfacing, then fabric facing fabric. That's how we're going to sew it. Then we'll also join with 1 inch. It can be half inch. It depends on how bogus you want your gown to look like. So you can hold it with half inch, 1 inch, but you don't have to hold it more than 1 inch. Remember, we added 1.5 inch. So you can see I have fixed the sleeve. I went ahead and fixed the sleeve. So see you in
So
my next
see
class.
my next class, in my next tutorial. Bye.
Please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up.